Okay, so it's craft room tour time. If you've seen the other two vlogs from the last few weeks, then you know I just moved into a new house and redid my craft room because that's what you do when you move. And I wanted to give you guys a tour. So we just walked in the doors. Has these really nice, pretty French doors. Ignore my living room. That's where everything that's still moving is. And then when you come in the door, then I have this bookshelf, which mostly is for my dies. These are the binders that I store my dies in. And I've been working on a new video for these to show you a little bit more of how I organize my dies. I'm going to try to do this one-handed. Not promising that'll be successful. Oh, I did it. But I store them on these magnet cards. Some of them are makeshift magnet cards like these. They don't work as well as the actual ones. These are all by Crafter's Companion, the magnet cards and the little binders. But this is how I keep all of my dies. And then each binder was organized by some kind of theme, roughly. Like coordinating dies or basic shapes or interactive dies. Borders, word dies somewhere around here. Here's one of the word ones. And yeah, so beyond that, they're not very organized. Like I said, I'm actually planning on turning that into a video, just basically to force myself to get it organized a little bit better than it already is. And then I also have my mini die cut machine here, just so it's handy. I don't use it super often though, but it's there. And then embossing folders, and right now the bottom is just like binders in random books, like referencey type books and things. That might change, I don't know yet. But for right now, that's what's down there at the bottom. And then this was one of my new Christmas gifts. And I wonder if I can zoom out a little bit. No. This was one of my new Christmas gifts from my dad. And it is the Stamp & Storage photo and card organizer cabinet. And I have cards in here right now. So we'll get it open. And you can see they have these little divider things. I actually need to get more of them because he just got me like a pack to get started. And I need 2 more packs of them. And they're on sale right now, so I'm going to order those. But you can see I just kind of labeled them. And I'm going to get them all organized. And then maybe someday we'll do a video on this too. But the one downside to this is that I'm standing really, there's not a ton of room, so some of the angles in here are going to be really weird. The one downside to this is that it does not hold 5x7 cards or slimline cards. Now, not a huge deal, I don't make a ton of them, but I do make some of them. So for right now, I just have the 5x7s lying down in here. They won't stand up, and it's not wide enough to do them that way. These divider things in here do pop out, so I may like take this center one out at some point and just leave the middle one in, because then I could do 5x7s like this way in here, or even slimlines, but I haven't decided on that yet. So I also have this up here, which is my other 5x7 storage option. This is what I used to keep the cards in before I got this. So that's kind of still a work in progress. This is kind of my mailing box, if you will. I always say I want to be better about doing matching envelopes, but the reality is I probably never will. But this has all my envelopes in it and all the different sizes that I have. I have a ton of 5x7 envelopes. And my A2 envelope stash is getting low. I have mini slimlines. I don't have the regular slimlines in yet. I have to pick some of those up from the store because I don't have any. Those probably will not go in here just because this is still really full. You know, that's just the business size envelopes. I'll probably just pick up a box of them, and they'll probably just hang out up on the top. Again, I don't make a ton of slimline cards, but every once in a while I do. And then these are little foam inserts from Tailored Expressions. Again, I actually like 5x7s is, it would be like the third size I would add to this, but A2 and mini slimline are probably my most sizes I'm most comfortable with, I guess. So those are in there. They're really nice. I don't include them all the time, but they are really nice to have. And then this is my wax seal kit. I keep saying I want to come up with some kind of a better storage option for these, but I don't have a ton of things for that yet, so this is working fine for now. This is my envelope punch board. Again, it's just here to kind of be near the rest of the sort of mailing box, so that if I don't have an envelope for whatever reason, not that that really happens very often, but if I don't, or if I have and want to make a matching one with pattern paper or something, I just keep this here so that it's handy. This is just a pin that needs to go up on a pin board eventually. I also have my Crop and Create delivered block. That's just there to be decorative. And then this is where I keep my full-size ink pads and my my full-size Distress Oxide ink pads and my Gina K Designs Electro Pops. I don't have, and like a full ink pad storage situation. So this is what you get as far as storing these go. I don't have many of them, so it doesn't really make sense to come up with something. I also have this tiny Stay-On that I never use. And Distress Micro Glaze. You don't really need it to do anything, but I'm not gonna lie, I just enjoy putting it on things because I like, it makes them feel cool. That's really the only reason. It's really not necessary though, but I just think it's fun. And then my Obsidian Ranger, because this is my most used ink by far, so I just like to keep that handy. Now this is a drawer container thing that my dad actually got for his workshop at his house. He does woodworking and things like that, and he didn't want it, and he said I could have it. I had just outgrown my Incube storage, and this became my Incube storage. These are not at all sorted in any particular way, in the slightest. They're loosely based on color family, like red, yellow, orange, and green are all in this drawer. And then blue, purple, and pink are all in this drawer. These are all weird for some reason. Obviously, and like beyond that, they're not organized at all. I just kind of know where the color families are, and then my neutrals. And that's in my embossing. Cubies are in here as well. I do have embossing ink pads too in the full sizes. But that's that. So they're not really super organized. They probably never will be. As long as I know kind of where the color families are, then I'm good to go. This is the sleeves. I don't use a ton of these. I used to, I guess, but I still have them because, like I said, I don't usually make like matching envelopes or anything like that. But these are actually foldable small clear boxes from Gina K Designs, and I really have this goal of trying to make card sets for my family for Christmas next year. I've been saying that for years and it hasn't happened. I need to flip this over before I open this because that has my address on it. This is more mailing stuff, so this is all my stamps and address labels and things. This is, I'm not showing it to you because address, but this is my Bossy Jossy stamp for my new house with my new address on it. And this is also from them. This is really old though, like I don't even use the website anymore, but all of my stuff is still Sam's Crafty Castle, so I still use it. But that's that. And then this drawer is actually just little fun things. I used to teach I was a substitute for a while. And these are all things I collected while I was teaching and getting ready to teach. Stickers and little bookmarks and pencils and stuff. I will mail some of these sometimes to my best friend's kids. So I have these in here kind of near the mailing stuff so that if I mail things to them, I have them. Obviously, I can't really like stick the pencils in the cards. Those are more here for like if they actually come to visit. And I want to give them a little something. Not that that's really fun, but still, it's there. And I might even give some of that to their moms, eventually, just because, you know, they can give it to them for prizes or something. Okay, and then we have cardstock. So this is a 6-cube storage thing from Target. It's basically like the IKEA Kallax units, but the Target version of it. And I have another one too, which you'll see in a little bit. And this has all my cardstock in it. So it's kind of rainbowy, but not quite. So you got red, orange, yellow, green here. And then you go to brown. I'm not even showing it to you. You have red, pink, orange, yellow, green, brown. Neutrals are here because I sit right there. And the neutrals are usually what I'm reaching for. So that's why that's close by. And then you have the rest of green, blue, and purple on the shelf down below. And then over here, next to the rest of the neutrals, you also have specialties. So sticker papers, watercolor papers, vellum, shiny papers, glitter papers, all that kind of stuff is right there. And then we'll go back over here and back down. And this is the refill bin. All of my Copic refills are in there. The rest of my ink refills are in there. Extra Copic nibs are in there. All kinds of things to refill all the different things. And then pattern paper is right there. And this is all my 6x6. I got these storage things at Michael's, I think, or Joann's maybe. But they're really nice. They hold 6x6, but I have so much of it. And these are 12x12 pattern papers. And then this is a old Stampin' Up! Just like paper mat. I don't use those very often, but sometimes they come in handy. So I have kept them around. Then if we go all the way down here, we have my color pencils. These are a lot of empty paper storage things. And then my seasonal paper storage, so Halloween, fall, and winter, Christmas. So that's all the cardstock. Now this is where things get a little messy. I'm going to sit in my desk because this will be the best way to do this, I think. Okay, so this is actually where the batteries for the camera live. And this is a project we're going to do in a couple months. Well, actually we're going to do the first round of that in February. But anyway, that's not the point. This is my cart. This is the Michaels one that I can't remember the name of. But it's the Michaels one. So these are my Copic markers, obviously. I love them. They make me happy. Then the second tray right now has embellishments in it. In my old craft room, this is where I would keep projects that were like in progress or upcoming videos that I had planned and all that kind of stuff. And now it has embellishments in it. I don't know if that's going to stay or change, but that's the way it is for now. And then down here this box is basically just like my splat box. It's just a box I got from stuff I ordered. And then I have an extra Tim Holtz nonstick mat down there. And then my watercolor mat from Waffle Flower. So just extra mats and a splat box just for messy things. And then we reach the desk. This desk is 2 sets of the IKEA Alex drawers, and then my dad and I actually built the tabletop together. So it is technically custom made desk. So there's that. But yeah, this is the desk. Let's start at the top on this side, which has these. This is stuff that I need to like go through. But it has this are the thermal web foam tapes. These rolls are too big to fit in my adhesive drawer, so they get to just hang out here. and also my scan and cut, and I'll show you where the mats are, and a pencil sharpener in a minute. Okay, now into the drawers. This is my junk drawer, my craft room junk drawer. There are index cards, there are sticky notes, there is a fidget cube, a tape measure, this fan that my dad got me. It's a Spider-Man fan. My mini vacuum, some alcohol wipes, Band-Aids, another tape measure, hole punch. There's something down here. Oh, another tape measure, binder rings, a hair clip. Like, it's the junk drawer of the craft room. Then this drawer has my die cut plates in it, and my score pad, which I actually just ordered the Altenew scoring board, and it just shipped, and I'm really excited to get that and try that out. And then, well, by the time you see this video, I should have it, but when I'm filming it, it just shipped. And then this is my little scan and cut tools. It's got my pen holder, the markers, extra blades, my deep blade housing, all that kind of stuff. My little spatula thingies. Okay, then this drawer is a mess. This drawer is acrylic blocks. These are all my different G&K comfort blocks and other acrylic blocks that I've gathered over the years. My inkstands, all every size of inkstand. And back here is, this should actually be in this baggie, but it's not. This is all cleaning supplies, basically. It is my Misty cleaning stuff. Where's my other Misty thing? Oh, there it is. My Misty cleaning supplies, stamp cleaner, sticky mat cleaner. I do have regular school glue, and my crystal lacquer is in here as well. Mostly just because these are all things that are messy, and when I had them in my drawer previously, they made messes everywhere. So that is how we keep the mess contained, and if something should leak, then I only have to deal with what's in the bag. So that is in there. And then this one's kind of miscellaneous drawer. It has some paper cut-ups that I have, and mostly this is wreath builder squares for the most part. A few other things, but mostly wreath builder squares. And then ephemeras, which right now is just the fall ones from Gina, and sentiment strips. So that's all in there. This is my frame punch board from We Are Memory Keepers, which I honestly don't use that often, but it's in there. And then this is just a Gina K design sample pack that I got from a thing, and my waffle flower ink organizing stuff. All the tags, all the stamp sets for the organizing things. And the bottom drawer actually is empty right now. Okay, then we have, whoop, I just hit something. My chair. My Tim Holtz class mat. And then I have this little shelf thing. Usually I don't have my laptop in here today, but usually if I have my laptop in here, I'll put my laptop up there. And it keeps it out of the way, but still accessible for me to be able to use it. While I'm crafting today, I just have my iPad. It's New Year's Eve. I'm watching a game streamer that I like who's doing a 24-hour New Year's Eve stream. This is kind of a bowl of random stuff. My little triangle trays are in here for little embellishments. This is an empty container that I'm just holding on to. And some labels. And these are stickers for my card. But it's too cold to put them on my card because it says to not do it in the winter when it's cold. And it's winter and it's cold. So that's not working. Tidy towels, stamp chamois. I got this container at the dollar store. It actually came in a set of 2. It's like a snack container. I use it for my tidy towels a lot of times. It does seal tight, so I try to remember to leave it. Like the still salt containers and things that other people have are a lot better than this. But I just try to leave it. It was sealed from moving. Because I didn't want stuff getting into it, but now that I'm permanently in a spot, I should pop it open. So now I'll leave it popped open just a little bit Because of that, the towels and stuff will dry out eventually, but I have three tidy towels and 2 stamp chamois shoved in here. So for the most part, they actually still stay pretty wet, and even if one dries out, there's usually another one that still has enough wet left to it to get what you need to get done until you can get the other ones wet. And then this is just different layer panels. I pre-cut, sometimes, not often, but I will pre-cut layer panels to A2 sizes and then just hold on to them and have them, and then I can cut them out with dies or whatever to whatever size that I need. I usually keep watercolor paper around for that. I keep Gina K Designs Heavyweight, Gina K Designs Layering White, and then that's all layering. And then black, again, usually that's Gina K Designs, but I will just use whatever black I have. And then these I actually picked up from the Paper Cut. It is a company, a paper company, seems kind of obvious. And they sell these text inserts. They're really, really thin, basically like copy paper almost, but not quite, a little bit thicker than that. And a bunch of colors. And they come pre-cut so that you can like fold them in the middle of a card. But I don't like that vibe. So I actually take mine and then cut them in half again so that I get the full, like, roughly, it's not quite A2, it's a little bit smaller so that you get a border on the inside of your cards, but that's what they're for, to go on the inside of your card. But I like them for when I make cards that have dark colors on them. Oh, my phone charger's over here too. This used to be my ink storage. This is from the Container Store. And now I use it to keep stuff before I've inventoried it, I guess. I use the Color My Life app for my inventory, and usually what I'll do is, as I make stuff, I will put it in here, and I kind of sort things, and then once a month I go through and I put in whatever I can into Color My Life, and then put stuff away. So like right now I have a bunch of dies that I can't do because I'm out of magnets. And I need to get some more. So I have a couple dies in here. Like this one is actually, these are actually like die and stamp set kind of bundles. Theirs are both actually from Crop and Create in the fall. And then these are just embellishments that I'm just not ready to deal with yet. And like this, I just didn't have a magnet for. So usually I will put stamps in this one, dies in this one. This one is usually, stuff that's already inventoried, but not, I banged my finger. Already inventoried, but not, needs to get put away, because I will often just hoard stuff in there until I put it away. It's the easiest way for me to keep my desk clean, because I'm not good about putting things away as I go, but that lets me put them away, get them out of the way, and then they're done for now, and then I can come back to it. And I just have to be really good about making sure I do it every month to get them all put away. This is my little carousel of tools. I'm not gonna lie, I barely know what's in here. Everything is kind of sorted, like rulers and big things are in the middle. This is all knives and scissors, paint brushes, pens of different kinds of pens, random tools, my bunch of erasers, my pencil duster from Getting Clouder, scraper for my glass mat, hole punch, little pokey tools, glitter duster from Sparkle and Sprinkle. They've been closed for a while. There's a random pen in here. There's a really fancy pen in this box. A whole bunch of rulers, T-square rulers, crystal lacquer, caps, tweezers, erasers, all kinds of erasers, blending tools that I don't really use anymore, oopsie, corner rounder. So yeah, just all kinds of stuff in there. I think there's paint in there. I mean, it says there's paint in there. This is all labeled too, just because I don't, extra blade, I didn't know that was in there. Just because I don't use this very often, so everything's labeled just because I lose track of what's in it. And then my Gemini lives here. This cord I'm trying to figure out. That is a new Christmas present that I haven't quite figured out the best placement for yet. And then I also have a lamp in the corner, but that might not stay. That might leave now. I might not need it. So then this is basically where the magic happens. This is the filming area, and this is, you know, my most used stuff, or stuff I just want to keep around and handy. So I have, like, my sequins, I should say my clear rhinestones, because I reach for these quite often. This is actually, some of these are from a friend of mine. She was a crafter, and she stopped, and she let me go through her stuff, and obviously I was going to take this, but she used to keep them all in baby jar, because she used them so much, and I was like, that's smart. So I just took the baby jar, and now it's mine. So there's clear rhinestones. I have all the little clear glitter drops and stuff that I've acquired just to have around and handy, and my Connect glue in the regular half-ounce bottle, and then my fine tip bottle that I fill with the larger glue bottles. This is a tool tray thing that I got from Crop and Create in October, and I have a little squeeze bottle of crystal lacquer, which actually needs to go upside down, a Studio Katia crystal pickup tool. I don't know what they call theirs. The Gina K Designs pickup tool. These two are my, like, sticky scissors. They actually pretty much don't work anymore because they're sticky. I use the Tim Holtz haberdashery scissors, the smaller ones. I'm running, I have to get a drink, but I have to stop filming in a minute because the camera's going to time out. So, is my regular scissors, and then these are my sticky scissors, and a pokey tool. These are so sticky they barely work. I need to clean them. Then I have this metal bowl, which I use to catch dyes while I'm working, so I don't lose track of them. Hand sanitizer, just to have. Also really great for cleaning up things. Like if you spill Copic, if you're refilling markers and you spill, this cleans it up so fast. So I honestly, sometimes I just use it to clean up if I'm having trouble getting something to clean up appropriately. And then my mister bottle. And then I also have my waffle flower mini brushes back here. Don't have all of them yet, but we're working on that. This is just an extra magnet that needs to go away. Cleaning. This is just a flour sack cloth that I keep around to wipe up things really quickly, or if I'm watercoloring, I can use it to clean my brush off and all that kind of fun stuff. And then my light, or like my daylight light, if you will. And this is the newest addition. This is my ring light. My dad got that for me for Christmas, and I've wanted one for so long, and I'm so excited I finally have one. Then my Gina K Designs brushes, and a whole bunch of extra tools and things that I like. An extra pokey tool, quickie glue pens. These are actually decent scissors too. The Marvy jewel pickers, palette knife. There's a reverse tweezers in the back one. There's a stylus tool, quickie glue pen, and then the Spellbinder's die release tool, which I actually use more as an additional pokey tool than anything else. Here's my ink swatches, my ink stamping combo swatches, and my ink blending swatches. And then these drawers. These are just Q-tips that I keep in here that I really don't use very often. My Spellbinder's little strip cutter thing. It's kind of meant for cutting foils, but you can use it for paper too. And my turnabout jig is in here. And then, although I want to get the new sticky one. And then my fancy bone folder, my Teflon bone folder. I'm always losing that, so hopefully that helps me not lose it. Wink of Stella's and a couple other random pens. And then all the stuff I moved out of the way before. My Spectrum Noir glitter pens. This drawer is a mess. And then my gigantic roll of double-sided tape, Tombow markers, wax warmer, stapler, and the die cutting section. So that's the top of my desk and part of it. I have to restart the video because I'm about to time out. And then we'll do the under the desk. And I stopped that 1 second before it would have cut me off. I am impressed with myself. for that. Anyway, moving on. Get the phone charger out of the way. Down here we have my Scan and Cut mats. I could not think of what they were called for a second there, but Scan and Cut mats are down there. And then this is my bin of embarrassment, also known as the bin of things I have bought and never used. So we're working our way through that slowly but surely. We will get there someday, I am sure of it. But for now, that's what that is. This is the Crop and Create box, and I think I just found something that I thought I was missing. I did! I've been looking everywhere for these. They're right here. I know what I'm doing when I finish this video. You'll see where these are supposed to be. That's not in this box. In a moment. But I was looking all over for those. Anyway, found them now. This is the box of Crop and Create stuff. This is what I usually do with my Crop and Create stuff, is I just kind of keep it all in the box that it comes in. I mean, dished out or portioned out into the proper classes and all of that stuff, and then work on it as I have time. I was actually hoping to do some tonight because New Year's Eve, and I was trying to stay up, but honestly, it's already 9:30, so I don't know if that's gonna happen, because I was still planning on spending like the last hour or two of New Year's Eve just kind of relaxing. So I don't know if that's gonna actually happen or not. We'll find out, I guess. Then this is embellishments, basically, like the sticky kind, so stickers, stick-on gemstones, all of that kind of stuff is in there. And then this is my like travel tote. I should have shined a flashlight under there so you could see, but I did not. This is my travel tote, and this is an old cardboard marker case that I have that I outgrew, but I'm holding on to. And then other zipper pouches for other things. And then these are my two other paper cutters. One is just the Tim Holtz Tonic, like regular one, and then the black one is the depth ledge trimmer. Those just live under there. They don't use them very often. Boring things, garbage. A storage tote. That's only going to be here for another week because that's Christmas stuff. And then the box for my ring light, which I need to figure out what's going on with that. And then my garbage can and drink holder. Drawers. Adhesive drawer. This drawer is just a disaster. We're not even going to talk about it. Electronic drawer. Also a disaster. No need to pay attention to that. This is the drawer that needs to get filled up with the things that I just found that I thought I lost, but turns out I didn't. Just didn't know where they were. These are pre-cut card bases in all different colors. I also keep mini slims, 5x7, and slim lines of white around because those are the ones I use the most. But I do keep A2 of pretty much every color under the sun in that drawer. Then, this one, heat tool. Watercolor stuff is in the background. This chalkboard, that's just for funsies. Chucky tool, Misty, what are those things called? Stick and stamp mats from Brutus Monroe, all in there. And then colored pencils, rotating design board, and extra colored pencils and things are in the bottom. That's that. That's the desk area. So now I'll show you the other little bookcase. So this is the other little bookcase. It has kind of having an identity crisis right now, if I'm being honest. Because I'm not using it for what I was using it at my old place. So it doesn't really know what it wants to be quite yet. But we have foily things, hot foils, and a foil quill up on the top here. Those are my seasonal boxes, so right now that's all my Christmas and winter stuff, because I don't think I have a fall one, because I'm pretty sure I used all that up this year. Those two things, no, these aren't empty. This has drops and things in it, and shimmer mists and sprays. Messy things, basically. This one is empty. Glimmer, well, not my glimmer. I don't have a glimmer. I have a, what is it called? It's the Gemini version that I can't remember the name of. For foil press. Now I gotta put it back because I moved it. and I knocked over the binder with the hot foil dies in it. I don't have many hot foil dies, so there's not much in there, but I store those the same way I store my other dies. And then Pink Box actually has toner foils and all of like the thermal foils. My mink is in there. Basically, gonna foil, can just grab that and go. Then we'll spin around. This is my giveaway box to take to work to give away to people, and there's this closet. This closet is a lot of just messy stuff. Disney scrapbook stuff is in the corner, along with my Caterpillar box, just because it's a nice box to keep around. So I didn't use it to move, so kind of thinking I could probably get rid of that, because probably would have used it to move. Then these plastic drawers are kind of just miscellaneous things. Some more storage stuff, storage pockets. These are the Color My Life stickers, which we'll talk more about another day. And another old Copa case, as I grew my collection and kept growing out of the ones I had. Floss and cross-stitch goodies. Look, come out. Acrylic paint, alcohol inks, and then big envelopes and more towels, should I need them. Poster boards left over from when I was in school 1,000 years ago, but held on to them because you never know. And then my sewing machine and my sewing stuff that I really don't use as often as I should. Stamps are here. I keep them in these fridge bins, sorted by size. That's about all they're sorted by. Just size. Nothing exciting. And then washi tape. I have these spinny things. They should be able to stack, but unfortunately by the time I bought them, they no longer sold the stacky things, which I didn't know when I bought them. And that's unfortunate because I really wanted them to stack and they don't. So, yeah. That's just sad. And then this is another bin of washi tape. I use this mostly for my planner stuff. My planner stuff is not in here. My planner stuff is in my bedroom. But this overlaps into both universes. So I leave it in here and I can just come in here and grab what I need for my planner. Embossing bin, embossing powders, heat gun, embossing buddies, coffee filters, everything for embossing. My paste basket, my glitter glitch gels, my Nuvo thingies that I can't remember what they call theirs, but their paste stuff, my postage paste, stencil paste, deco foil, transfer gels, all that kind of stuff. There's a palette knife in here. Pretty much again, oh, I need to use a paste, I can just grab this and go. Oh, that was the other thing. My dad also made, he didn't make the closet for me, but he did help make the shelves. We bought them and then he cut them to fit. So, and he put the supports and stuff in for me because those weren't here. And then my dad also made me these. These are stencil holder thingies, and they're kind of all sorted. So I do have some big stencils down here that don't fit on there. This is layering stencils. This is background stencils. This one's empty, and this one's kind of like coordinating stencils and kind of random stuff that doesn't really fit into either of the other two categories. Ribbons, bowl maker that my dad made for me, and the glitter basket. Then up here is pretty much just all extra stuff. Hot glue gun. I have a smaller one that's battery operated that I tend to use more, but that's my big beastie one. Extra brushes, because I have a ton of extra brushes. Extra boxes. Yarn. I like to do plastic canvas stitching from time to time. That's up there. Wax melts. Punch board. Like, this is just the regular kind of like 3-hole punch board. And some extra discs. I thought I was going to use those and I don't. So, you know, it is what it is. And then these are actually all more plastic canvas things in there. Now there's a couple random boxes still in here. There's some shelves and things in this box that's not going to stay here forever. This is a lap desk my dad and I built. Probably also not going to stay here forever, but it's here for now. And then my shot box, which is my light box that I use for taking pictures of my cards. It's just plugged in and I can adjust it. I was hoping to have a place where I could leave it all the time, and excuse me, I haven't talked much in the last like entire day, so my voice and my body is like talking. What are we doing? So yeah, anyway, this is my shot box where I take pictures. The backgrounds and things are under the table. I'll zoom in a little bit, just in a bag that came with it, and I'm hoping that's gonna work as like a permanent place for it. I don't know if it will or not, but we're gonna give it a shot. And then this needs to go outside, but still hasn't made its way outside yet. This is the other 6 cubey drawer thing. I have a candle up there. And just some things I made. Elementary school art projects. Well, elementary school art projects. Made these 2 years ago. Took a pottery wheel class and made these 2 little vases. And this I just found when I was moving and thought it was cute, so I put it up there. And then other stuff. This is really the miscellaneous area over here. Mega wreath builder and big memory misty and big scoreboard. Couple scrapbooks. One's done, one's not even halfway done. This is empty. That is empty. Those are empty. Bright pad, light box. Don't really get a whole lot of use out of that. And then more books, more specifically like creative hand lettering books mostly, 2 old planners, and then cuddle bugs. And that's it. We'll stand in this corner so you can kind of see. It's not a super big room. Obviously, like, I still need to put stuff up on the walls and all that kind of stuff. But I have those up, and I have these up, and I don't know if you can see these because I turned the camera around, but there's those, and that's it. But this is my craft room. Super kind of informal tour. I've seen way better tours than what I just did, but it's still a little bit of a work in progress, so it's got a little ways to go yet. But I just wanted you guys to be able to kind of see what my setup was and all that kind of stuff. So that being said, if there's anything that you would like to see in more detail, let me know. I can either, depending on what it is, I could either make it its own video, or I can show it off on the community page. If you want to see something in more detail, just let me know in the comments down below. And I think that's it. So I'm going to leave you guys. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. And I will see you again soon, and have a crafty day.